Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Learn Crypto with Val. If you're new here today, thank you for tuning in. If you're a regular member, if you are our everyday viewer, our everyday listener, Jumbo Jumbo. Now, as you can see, our topic today is Bitcoin versus Ethereum. No, and I'm going to explain this in simple terms. So I know if you're new in crypto, you've definitely had these two names over and over again: Bitcoin, Ethereum. Some people say Bitcoin is the future, others say Ethereum is better. And then you open your social media and you realize that everyone has a different opinion. And sometimes it can really get confusing very, very quickly. And so today we're going to slow things down. And this means that no technical words, no complicated jargon, and it's just going to be a simple conversation to help you understand what Bitcoin and Ethereum really are and why were they created, how they're different, and why millions of people around the world use them. And by the end of this video, you are going to understand these two cryptocurrencies much better. Even if you've never invested in crypto before, if you're new, you're a beginner, maybe you are an oldie, you're going to understand this better. So you want to grab your cup of tea, your coffee, your popcorn, anything that you really like, eating or munching on while listening to this kind of episodes or conversations. So get comfortable and let's learn together. So first things first, you're going to start with Bitcoin because it was the very first cryptocurrency launched. Some people call it the granddaddy of crypto. It was the very first one, right? So Bitcoin was introduced in 2009 by a person, going by the name Satoshi Nakamoto. And to this day, nobody knows for certain who Satoshi really is, to be honest, right? So Bitcoin was created shortly after a financial crisis, after the 2008 global financial crisis, when many people lost trust in banks and financial institutions. Now, the idea of Bitcoin was very, very simple. This was the idea: create a form of digital money that people could send directly to each other without needing a bank to approve the transaction. Now, think about sending money to a friend in another country or another, city. Normally, a bank or money transfer company act as the middleman, right? That's how it works. Now, Bitcoin allows people to transfer value over the internet without that central authority, without a bank, without money remittance and all that, right? So that's why Bitcoin is called a decentralized, right? So instead of one company controlling everything, thousands of computers around the world work together to keep the network secure. So the idea of Bitcoin was to give people access, control to their money, people sending and receiving money without limit, right? So that was the main aim of Bitcoin. So in like we said, you're going to explain this in very simple English, right? So for example, imagine a football league, right? If only one referee controlled every match, people might question whether the games are fair. Right? Now, imagine thousands of referees watching every game together. It becomes much more harder for anyone to cheat because you won't know what's going on and in one person's mind, and even to last that bigger group of people is going to be even difficult, right? So that's how that's similar to how Bitcoin works, right? So thousands of computer verify transactions together, and it's very, very fast. The blockchain is very, very fast, right? So that was the main aim of Bitcoin. So you've probably had some people call Bitcoin a digital gold, right? So let us explain that notion, right? So Why do people call it that? Now let's compare them. Gold is valuable because it's rare, right? You can't simply create unlimited amounts of gold. It's very, very rare. That's why it's valuable. You can't simply create, other versions of it, right? So Bitcoin works in a similar way. Now, there are only 21 million Bitcoins that can ever exist. No one, not governments, not banks, not even the creator, can decide to make more than that, and because of this limited supply, many people see Bitcoin as a way to preserve the long-term value, like to preserve value for over the long term. Now, does that mean that Bitcoin's price only goes up? No. Bitcoin can be very volatile. The entire cryptocurrency is volatile, right? So its price can rise sharply and fall sharply. Now, if you've been following crypto, you see that Bitcoin has ever gone up to over $100,000, and right now it's at let me just try and get the screen. I can share it. I want you to see where Bitcoin is today. I hope you can see my screen. You see that Bitcoin is at $65,000 today, and this is coin market cap, and you can just you can just go to your Chrome and search coin market cap, and you're gonna see the prices of crypto of several cryptocurrencies. There is Ethereum. You can also see Ethereum here. So here you can see the price of Bitcoin. Here you can see the volume, the 24-hour volume. You can see the market cap. You can see the total supply. You see it's here. You can see the maximum supply. Circulating supply, and just everything here on this site, right? So you see that Bitcoin has ever gone up to 126,000. The all-time high is 126,198. So you see that Bitcoin, this is the highest Bitcoin has ever gone, and then you see today it dropped up to we are at 65,158 now, the lowest here. So all-time low, of course, it started at 0.04 now, you see, and it was launched 16 years ago, you see now. So this is a place that you can really, for those you hear me say do your own research, this is how you do your own research before you can get it. Now here on CoinMarketCap, coins that are listed and verified, you can find them all here, right? The CMC. So this is how you check it, right? So let's just go back now. So I wanted just to show you, maybe you were like, oh, because Bitcoin, people call it digital gold, that means the price can never go down, it only goes up. No, it can be very volatile, and its price can rise sharply and fall sharply. That's why it's important to understand both the opportunities and the risks it has. Now that we have talked about Bitcoin, let us now go and discuss the other, Ethereum, right? So what is Ethereum? Now, Ethereum is the second largest after Bitcoin. Ethereum is the second largest. So Ethereum was launched in 2015, and it was created by Vitalik Buterin together with other several co-founders, but Vitalik is the most known one. Now, if Bitcoin introduced the idea of digital money, Ethereum expanded the possibility of blockchain technology. This is how. Ethereum is not just about sending and receiving money. It's a platform where developers can build decentralized applications, often called dApps, decentralized applications, the dApps. Now, think of Ethereum like a smartphone. A smartphone isn't useful just because you can make calls, right? It's useful because you can install different apps, banking apps, maps, games, just different apps you use, social media, right? Similarly, Ethereum allows developers to build many different kinds of blockchain applications, within it. Now, this includes decentralized finances, the decentralized finances, NFTs. We have blockchain games, digital identity systems, and there are so many and much more. Now, Ethereum's native cryptocurrency is called Ether or ETH. Now, that is the price. That is its symbol, ETH. Now, and ETH is used to pay transaction fees on the Ethereum network. Now, let us also go and check. I hope you can see my screen. Now, if you go to your Google or Chrome and search for CoinMarketCap, this is what you get, right? Now, you see here, the first one, we have Bitcoin. You can see the price here. The market cap is at 1.3 trillion. The volume is at 13 billion, and the circulating supply is there. And then the second one, we have Ethereum. Now, this is Ethereum. If you click on it, you're gonna see everything. Now, Ethereum today is at 1,936, right? You see the volume, the 24-hour volume is at 5 billion. The market cap is at 233 billion. This is the market cap here. The market cap is here, and then the volume is here, and then the total supply is 120 million ETH, right? And then circulating supply is, of course, there. And then if you scroll down, you can see all-time high Ethereum has ever gone is 4,953, and of course, the lowest here. And you see that it was launched 11 years ago on the 22nd October 2015. So that is how you check. And here on CoinMarketCap, you can see many coins. There's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, USDC, all of them. Many. Now that you have seen even how to check that, you remember when I said that Ethereum allows developers to launch many dApps within the blockchain, right? Now, one of Ethereum's biggest innovation is something called a smart contract. Now, don't let that name scare you. A smart contract is simply a computer program that automatically carries out an agreement once certain conditions are met. For example, imagine you're buying something online, right? Normally, someone has to confirm your payment before sending your ticket, right? Now, with a smart contract, the process can happen automatically. As soon as payment is confirmed, the ticket is issued. No middleman needed. This technology opens the door to many different types of applications beyond just sending money. Now, let me even make it even more simpler. Now, for those using M-Pesa, imagine when you want to send someone money, right? You can't just take that money and send it. That money will only be sent to that recipient after you have put the number, after you have put the amount, after you have keyed in your M-Pesa PIN. That is the only time that you're going to receive. And also you have to authorize, like maybe give your PIN, So that is the only time that you're going to get a message and saying that the money has been received. So that's the simplest way possible that I can explain what a smart contract is, right? So no middleman needed. It's just technology it's just technology there, that it's an automated technology, right? So now that we have looked at Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, now let's now look at them side by side, right? So let's compare them side by side. And now, for that, I want to share this here. I prepared something here so that we can see here. So this is Bitcoin versus Ethereum, And you see that Bitcoin was launched in 2009 while Ethereum was launched in 2015. Right? So here you can see the founder here. The founder of Bitcoin is Satoshi. The founder of Ethereum is Vitalik. And you see that the main purpose of Bitcoin is a digital money, right? And Ethereum, it build apps and smart contracts, right? And then you see that okay, some people call Bitcoin digital goals, and Ethereum is called, world computer, because it has so many use cases actually, right? So how it's used, mostly it is used to store value, that is for Bitcoin. And for Ethereum, it powers thousands of blockchain applications. Yeah. And for the type of blockchain, Bitcoin has a very simple blockchain, while Ethereum has a programmable blockchain. The supply of Bitcoin is 21 million BTC, and Ethereum has unlimited. It has unlimited supply. It does not have a fixed maximum supply, right? It has a limited supply. Yeah. And transaction fees, as far as Bitcoin, it can vary. And for Ethereum, the gas fees depend on network activity. So what is gas fee? Gas fee is just like transaction fee. You see, the way those using M-Pesa, or maybe you're sending money, there's some money that you have to pay. Like for example, sending like 200 shillings, Kenya shillings, using M-Pesa, I think it's around, is it 7 shillings, 7 bob, or 10 bob, or even, I don't know, 30 bob. Yeah. And for you to also withdraw it, you also have to use some amount of money. Now, as far as crypto, now that transaction fees is what we call gas fee, right? So these are just some of the examples, of comparison between Bitcoin versus Ethereum and all that. Now, Bitcoin, we have seen that main purpose is to store and transfer value, and often compared to digital gold, it has limited supply, focuses on security and decentralization. And Ethereum, its main purpose is to power decentralized applications and smart contracts. It also supports many blockchain-based services, uses ETH to pay transaction fees. It uses ETH. Yeah. So for you to buy, if you are maybe there are some tokens that are launched on the Ethereum blockchain. For you to buy those tokens, you have to have ETH, because it will serve as gas fee, right? So think about it like Bitcoin is like owing a valuable piece of land. While Ethereum is like owning the land and having the ability to build houses, schools, shops, and business on it. So you look at it this way: Bitcoin is like you just have a land, yeah. But for Ethereum, you have the land, and you also have the ability to build other institutions, on the land, right? So both are valuable, but for different reasons. You can't really say that one can replace the other. Both are valuable. You can they play different roles, right? So maybe you're wondering, can you own both? Yes, you can own both Ethereum and Bitcoin. And it's a very common question, because for some people, they don't really understand, do you have to choose between Bitcoin and Ethereum? Not necessarily. You don't have to choose. Some investors own both because they believe that each serve a different purpose. Others prefer one over the other. They're just those Bitcoin diehard fans, they're Ethereum diehard fans, and then there are some people who have both, right? And the most important thing is not to copy someone else's portfolio just because it worked for them. Maybe it's working for them because they sat down and strategized. That's why it's working for them. So don't just copy that. Everyone has different goals, financial situations, and levels of risks they are comfortable taking. So before investing, you want to ask yourself, do I understand what this project does? Am I comfortable with the risk? Am I investing money I can afford to lose? That is something you have to ask yourself. So these questions are more important than trying to find the perfect coin. So before you can invest, you have to do your own research. You have to do your due diligence. Don't just buy because somebody is buying, right? Now, as far as we are buying these coins, as far as we are making investments, of course there are mistakes that, especially for beginners, there are common mistakes beginners make. Now, I just want us to look at, to just brush through those quickly. So let's quickly go through these few mistakes I see beginners make. And the very first one is buying because someone on TikTok or YouTube said a coin will 100x. When I say 100x, is like go up 100 times. So we depend on influencers to make decisions. That is a very big mistake. Another mistake is investing without understanding the project. You have to understand the project. You have to know what purpose it's solving. You have to not purpose, but you have to know what problem it's solving. You have to understand how it works. You have to know how to invest it. You have to know how to, okay, should I make profits here? How am I going to withdraw? You have to know them, right? Another mistake is ignoring security and wallet safety. Before you do anything, make sure you secure your money, because crypto is very tricky. One wrong mistake or one wrong click can cost you your entire savings. Another mistake I see people doing is spending money they need for rent, food, or emergencies. Like I said before, in crypto, spend money you are willing to lose, because you might not lose it, but the value might be down for the longest, right? Like right now the market is so low. I'm just saying it's trying to pick up, but if maybe, let's say, there's some people who bought, it's so funny, because almost a year ago, Ethereum had just hit its all-time high, 4,900 that we saw, and somebody bought at that moment because of FOMO. They fear of missing out. And then after they bought it, it didn't go up. It went down, and it has even gone up to 1,500 just within this year. So imagine if that person had spent maybe his rent money or his school fees money, or the money he was supposed to use to do something else. Now you see that person, they have had to wait this entire time, and even so, right now Ethereum is still dragging you. We have seen it's at 1,900 today. So spend money that you are willing to you can afford to lose, right? Another mistake I see people doing is thinking crypto is a guaranteed way to become rich. It is not. Crypto only offers you opportunities, but like any investment, it also comes with risks. So, and I said crypto is very volatile, so it's not a guaranteed opportunity to make money. It's not a guarantee. So you have to learn fast. This can help you avoid many costly mistakes. So you really have to learn fast. Invest in knowledge before you do anything. It might not be paying, you don't have to go and pay institutions to get this knowledge. You have smartphones, you have your computer, your laptop. Just go into the internet and do your own research, do your due diligence, go to CoinMarketCap and do your own due diligence, do your research before you can make these decisions, right? So Is it Bitcoin for you or Ethereum? The better question isn't that which one is better. The better question would rather be, what does each one do? Which one fits my goal? Which one fits your goal? So, the more you learn, the more confident you become in making your own decisions. And maybe this is something that you've really been struggling with, right? And my goal is to give you the knowledge to think for yourself, right? Remember, no YouTuber, including me, can tell you exactly what to buy. And like I always say, these sessions are purely for educational purposes. I'm not here to advise you. These are not financial advices. We're just growing and learning what crypto is, how it can benefit us, and the risks that also comes with it, because you see, confident investors are informed investors, right? So if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who just started their crypto journey. And I'd also love to hear from you in the comment sections, right? Before watching this video, which one confused you more? Is it Bitcoin? Is it Ethereum? Did you even know what to do? Did you even know where you could go on the internet and look at the prices of Bitcoin, of Ethereum? Did you even know that you can go and check the market cap, like the real-time price, the real-time market cap, the 24-hour volume? Did you know such things? Let me hear about your experience in the comment sections, right? And also, next week we are going to learn how to identify promising crypto projects and avoid chasing hypes, and you will not want to miss this. So subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Remember, this is crypto made simple for everyone. And thank you for tuning in. Until next time, bye.